Hi everybody, I'm Erica.
Hi, I'm Mary.
We're from We Train 4. So today we thought we would talk about nutrition and just kind of let you know what we like. We get asked a lot about what nutrition we take and what we prefer and that kind of thing. We do want to do like a big disclaimer. Nutrition is very, very individualized. What works for me does not work for Mary. Yep. What works for Mary doesn't work for somebody else. So while these are products that we like and sometimes we share the same, there's also bajillion of options out there. So you can, take our word for what we like and then also try stuff out on your own. The other biggest thing with nutrition is, what we've learned over the years is that you just have to train with it and not expect to change your nutrition game, a week before or day of race.
Right.
So the stuff that we use all the time. We use regularly. It's not like we just started, today's race day, I'm going to try this new, pre-workout or whatever. So we definitely try to stay consistent with our nutrition, same products, same ideas and all that kind of stuff. So we'll just kind of piece it out for you and show you what we like and then give you some ideas of maybe some new stuff to try.
All right, so before training or a race, I kind of always do the same thing. I just like coffee. Like pre-workouts just kind of mess me up. I get a stomach ache and I can't do what I want to do. So I like coffee. I do have to time it right. I plan to be finished with my coffee about 45 minutes to an hour before I'm training. Otherwise it gives me heart palpitations and I feel like I can't catch my breath. So I like my coffee.
Drinks it straight from the pot.
I like a lot of coffee. Always.
So I do a pre-workout. I'm probably gonna catch some flack for this, but for me, the more caffeine, the better. Especially a lot of the stuff I do is at 5 a.m. So I don't have time to wake up in the morning and brew a cup of coffee. I don't have time to let it sit and work through me or whatever. So I'll do a pre-workout probably 30 minutes before. If it's a shorter training, I probably won't do one, or I'll do a GU or something like that with some caffeine. But I am definitely a caffeine person, which I think goes in hand with coffee. But I do love a good pre-workout. I do try and keep it cleaner. I get a lot of my pre-workouts online, but I do also switch it up because some have different mixes than others. Some have niacin, some don't, and different amounts of caffeine. So I try not to do the exact same pre-workout all the time, but when I do find one that I like, I'll stick with it for a couple months and then switch it up and try something different. So that's kind of our pre-workout, pre-race game plan.
Yeah, and for the record, my training midweek, usually I don't have coffee beforehand unless it's in the evening and I'm kind of dragging ass. Saturday mornings, I don't like to wake up any earlier than I have to, so I just kind of go for it without caffeine, and then I just get it later in my training. But before race, I definitely have coffee beforehand to kind of help things move along before the race, and so I just time it accordingly. Boost. Yeah, if it's a shorter training, I don't really worry about it too much.
Okay, so I'm going to start in on the nutrition of during. And during our training, it's definitely a more specific type of brands and specific kind of ingredients and stuff that we look for. So in the past, I've done tried various different things. But when I was training for my full Ironman, and actually when I started into triathlon training and the longer endurance stuff, past a marathon distance, I found this product called Carbo Rocket. And it's actually a really popular, see that? It's a really popular product out on the web and on Instagram. And partly why I think it's so popular and it's gained so much popularity is it is a complete product. So not only does it have all of your carbohydrates, BCAAs, amino acids, and stuff like that, it also has calories. Each scoop is 111 calories. So when I was training for my Ironman, in one of my water bottles, I would do 3 scoops, and then there'd be 333. That's kind of why they call it half 333 in that one bottle. And the idea, and I know or I think their idea is it's a complete product. So you really don't need anything after that. Now I would specifically drink this on my bike. I have found that I can't drink it a lot when I'm running. It's just too much liquid. Like on my bike, it's fine, you know, you can go pee or whatever. But when I was running, I couldn't take in that much liquid to really like, you know, you could take in a big bottle of water or you could take in a little goo packet for the equal amount of 100 calories. So my biggest thing is I love it on the bike all the time. I love it on the bike. This product right here, which is the lemonade, and then I also have this one right here, which is the raspberry. Raspberry is my favorite flavor. These two have caffeine in them. They do sell a product. They do sell other, you know, full all-in-one nutrition without caffeine. I think it's orange. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But these are my favorite. Raspberry is my favorite, and like I said before, I love the caffeine. So it just gives you that constant energy. It's like 50 milligrams per scoop in my, you know. So it's like 150 milligrams in a bottle of water on the back of my bike, and that's what, I mean, I just love it. I love the product. I don't personally get sick from it. I just think it's a really great product. It's really clean. It has a lot of clean ingredients, and it's really gained popularity as, you know, the years have gone on with it. And then when I'm running, I will do like the gels. So my favorite is the Power Gel, which is a lot less. It's a lot less thick than the goos. It's more runny. It goes down easier. I don't have to chase it down with water. I know that we have both really liked this Power Gel product. Sometimes I feel like the goos and the chomps just kind of sit, you know, and just go down and sit inside. So I do like the gels. And then another product that we love, absolutely love during training, is salt. So we found that in the longer distance stuff, you know, if you have the carbohydrates, you have the water, you have all that, the other big key ingredient to use would be salt. They sell pills on the market, but again, we felt like the pills would just kind of sit inside of us and take a while to dissolve and that kind of thing. So another really popular product, and I know it's really popular online as well and social media, is this base salts. And it is a loose salt material. So they sell these racing tubes. You buy like a jar like this, and it comes with tubes. And then you fill this up, and this is what you carry. And I will carry this on my bike and on my run. You just flip open the lid, and then you can just like lick your thumb, and then you go like this to tip it over. It gets on your thumb like that, and you just lick it off. And you do that, and it goes on your tongue, and it dissolves on your tongue into your system. So you don't have to wait for it to go down into your stomach. You don't have to wait for it to dissolve or anything like that. It's immediate. There's been times I've been out there, I start to feel my head, you know, do that woo woo where it's really, really hot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just dying. And I'll flip it open and just dump. Like I'll just dump because I know that I'm probably just low on salt. The other cool thing about this base salts is it also has other trace minerals in it. So it's not just a salt product, right? You're going to have other like electrolytes and minerals and stuff that will go into your system and help you through, you know, cramping or just like the overall like sweating so much and that kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, it just really helps. I have it on me, especially when it's hot, but you can't take like the heat as like, I mean, you can cramp up when it's freezing outside and you're running in the snow. It's a nutritional imbalance, right? So this really helps bring your body back. The salt replaces, you know, all of the minerals and stuff that you're losing through your training, and it just really helps. And I know Mary uses it as well with her marathon training, and it's really great. It's really great for cramps and that kind of stuff. I can't talk about it enough. So.
Yeah, I really like it too. I used to take the pills, and they work well enough. Like Erica said, they take a while to get into your system, but also they're tough to carry. I feel like when it's time to get them out, I feel like I'm shuffling around. Sometimes I drop the pills. So this is really compact, easy to take. It doesn't really, I don't know, get in the way. I like it a lot better.
It's not going to break down when you're sweating. I've had salt pills completely like explode dissolve into like a baggie of nothingness. So it's just great. It's, you know, like I said, it's really great. They have it, you know, online and it lasts forever too. That's the other thing is I mean, I still have my jar and I trained for a full Ironman with it. So it's lasted for a long time.
Yeah, I really like that too. I do things a little bit differently. On the run, I take things differently than I do on the bike. On the run, I like to take gels. And like Erica, I like this brand, the Power Bar. It's really thin. And I'll actually squeeze it out later so you can see how thin it is. It just kind of goes down. You don't really need too much of a chaser. And I feel like the other ones just sit there like a brick. I've tried the Cliff and the Goo, both of them. And for me, they're just too thick. They're hard to go down. I hate taking them, so I usually don't take them. And then I kind of get a stomach ache, so I don't like those ones. The Power Gel is my favorite for the run. And then while I'm running and biking, I usually don't just drink water. I drink, it's called Perform. It's the
It's made by the
electrolyte.
same people.
Yeah, same
Make
brand
the gel.
actually.
Same brand.
This is an electrolyte drink. I like the taste. It's not too strong. It doesn't mess up my stomach. And I just kind of drink it like every mile or so on the run. I'll just take a drink. And it works really well for me. And I do the same thing on the bike. On the bike, however, I don't like to do the gels. I prefer to chew stuff. So this is Pro Bar. I also like the Cliff Shots. They're just little gummies. It's the same thing. It's just energy, some carbohydrates to get your body some energy. I also like these Fig Bars on the bike. When I'm running, I don't like to chew stuff. When I'm on the bike, I do. So this is a good snack as far as food, because sometimes my stomach gets a little bit sick from all the gels and everything I'm taking. So that's kind of what I do. And so
Yeah, I think for long distances, definitely like like longer bike rides and that kind of stuff, you get tired of taking in a gel every 45 minutes or taking in, and there's some people that can do it. That's great, but we found that as you go on these longer rides and that kind of stuff, you want substance. Plus, if you're doing a triathlon, I mean, you're facing getting off and having to run. So you need more. Sometimes it's like you just need a little bit more, something else to chew on. I know, like from my experience with the Ironman, I had I think I had little Airheads on my bike. I had little just Jolly Ranchers, just to break it up and give you something. I put gum in my bag just to chew on that.
Yeah.
Just, to change it up and not always just be like gel water, gel water, gel water,
Yeah.
So that's like a big thing that we've noticed as we train longer distances on our bikes and then longer bike rides, to just have different
Variety.
things. So, variety to
Yeah.
just break stuff up for sure.
Yeah, mentally it helps to have something new to look forward to, as well as just my stomach. It helps to have solid food in there, not just liquid and gels. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's what we do during races and during our training. All right, so after a long training and race, I like to do stuff for recovery. So I've actually just recently started taking glutamine, which is supposed to help with muscle recovery. And I guess I haven't been taking it long enough to know if it's helping or not, but I'm going to keep taking it. I'd like to actually know what you guys think about for recovery, just because I'm so new at the products. I haven't really taken much in the past, but right now I just started glutamine. I like it well enough. It sits well in my stomach. I just mix it in after a long training or a race with my Perform, actually, just to get another dose of electrolytes. And it's good. I like it. I also recently started taking creatine. It's supposed to help add water to your system. I don't know. I don't like it. It messes up my stomach. I took it before a run a couple weeks ago, actually, which was a mistake, and it just made me so bloated and uncomfortable. Like, I was literally running on the treadmill and my stomach was hitting that bar in front of me. It was bad. I went to the bathroom and took a selfie and sent it to everyone on Snap. It was, I don't know. I don't like it. I did try taking it at night, but it still messes up my stomach. So it may work, but for me, it's not worth it. So I don't know. I don't take that anymore. I also take a protein. I like the plant-based protein. This one is Garden of Life is the brand. They have a chocolate and a vanilla. I like them both. The whey protein messes with my stomach again, so I just like the way the plant-based sits. And I just usually take that once a day. Sometimes I'll put my glutamine in there, mix it up in a smoothie, and that's what I do for recovery.
Yeah, I think I'll reiterate what Mary said. We're kind of rookies in a way on the recovery. I don't feel like I do everything necessarily right to recover smart. I do the protein. I take, this V-Core that I get, which is, it's a protein. A protein's a protein kind of. I take amino acids and some BCAAs. I do think that there's a way to recover. I would love to hear, as well as Mary, just some different ideas. A couple of things that I kind of learned from my coach when we were doing Ironman training is that the quicker you can like replace your carbs from like your completion. So I tried to do like after a workout, not only was I focusing on like a protein drink, but also eating like a quick carb, whether it's like, I mean, as weird as it sounds, like pancakes or something. I've had somebody tell me that graham crackers worked really well to just rush that sugar and stuff back into your system. See, what I would do in the past, and probably like definitely in the beginning, is I would go and work out, go and do a training. I would drink my protein on the way home. This protein is known to be like a lower calorie. So me thinking, this is so great, I just burned all these calories, now I'm going to drink this protein and get the protein back in my muscles. But I was in such a calorie deficit that by the time like the day wore on, I couldn't like stop eating. So it's like that, you know, where you're so depleted and then you just like completely like binge and binge and binge. Where I found that if you ate the quick carbs right after a workout, you would stabilize your blood sugars and you could stay more stable as the day went on and not have like those binges of like post-run, like, oh my gosh, I just ran 15 miles this morning and now I can't stop eating. Yeah. I think a lot of that has to do with not stabilizing, you know, your systems and your blood sugars right from the beginning and just making sure that it's all, you know, like caught up before it gets too out of hand.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely would say like post-recovery is probably where Mary and I struggle the most with just knowing. I mean, I think for me personally, I feel like I do pretty good pre, I do pretty good during. I don't get issues of getting sick. I'm lucky that way. I don't have problems of like, you know, things affecting me really negatively. I know that that's a big issue for endurance athletes for sure, is just getting that like runner's gut, not feeling great when they're out there. But the post-recovery, we're still kind of learning, which is fine. I mean, you know, we got time to learn it and we'll figure it out. So let us know if there's like solid post-recovery stuff that you guys do that you just love, because you know, we're willing to try, and the good thing about post-recovery is if you get sick from it, you don't have to worry.
You're not out there on the race course.
You're done. You're done. You're in. That's it. You're all done. Yeah. So,
specifically, I am interested in what everyone thinks about the BCAAs. I've been hearing more about it lately, and maybe people have been talking about it for a while, and I just haven't paid attention. But I've been kind of looking into it more just for myself, so I'd really like to hear what you think about that. The BCAAs for recovery, for during. I'm not really sure how people use it the best. So if you can comment below, let us know what you think, and we'll give it a try.
All right, so I think that wraps up our second video. You know, we are looking for like other ideas and other stuff that you want to hear from us, our opinions. I'm a very opinionated person, so I would love to share that with you. Let us know, comment below, you know, subscribe, click, and do all that jazzy stuff that people do on YouTube. And we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear, you know, some ideas of what you guys want us to talk about or do videos on. Yeah, so thanks for watching.
Thanks
See
so
you
much.
next time.
Bye.